Peace, 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 peace. Is everyone here? Can everyone hear me clearly? Okay, I see two people in the building. Shout out to y'all that are here. Happy full moon to everyone. I'll give y'all some chances while I get set up. Those of you who are here early, shout out to you, Majestic Ways. Peace, 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 peace. I'm gonna start. I know I'm running late. I said 9:09 and ended up starting 9:39. So y'all know. Those of you who are consistent subscribers know I'll be like 10, 15 minutes late. So give me like a grace period when y'all see the time that I log in. Shout out to Cassandra Ross. Shout out to Kim Wallace. Okay, it's going down. All right, we are in the middle of this full moon in Gemini. All right, we all are trying to get it right, get everything together, install new habits. And what I wanted to do for the fam, shout out to everyone coming in. What I wanted to do for the family is do some readings. They're going to be free one-card readings. So when you come in, you could, let me not start it off because y'all will start already. But I'm going to talk about this full moon a little bit. You guys should already have, be feeling the energy, be doing your rituals. Tonight is Monday. So those of you who work with deities know today is the day that you work with Papa Legba or Legba. Okay. So Legba, owner of the Crossroads. And forgot the brother's name, but it said that famous guitar singer. They actually have I just can't remember the name right now, but they actually have a movie on Netflix. And he went to the Crossroads and met with Papa Legba and ended up being a world-class guitarist. Okay. Died early, but I forgot. But yeah, so today is a day about opening the crossroads. Not only is it a full moon, not only is it a lunar eclipse, but it's also a Monday, so it's a moon day. So the energy is heightened, right? Everybody is going crazy, Now, again, like I told y'all the last video, just watch out for the people that are out here wilding, doing whatever they want. Most people are trying to, right around this time of year, most people are into escapism, people that are regular, right? And you have to guard yourself from being in escapism. What do I mean by escapism? Heavy drugs, heavy alcoholism, right? Even smoking 4 or 5 blunts a day, right? Escapism. Nothing wrong with smoking, nothing wrong with drinking, nothing wrong with anything, but are you abusing it to escape your reality, or are you utilizing it to make yourself better, greater, and more powerful? Because the goal of this journey is mastery of self and ultimately peace of mind, right? So, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, and shelter, all those things are necessary. And it's just a crazy day. Let's see who's in the building. Peace to Nikki, infinite love. Peace to La Habana Bay. Kim, you've been on 10 all day. Yeah, I have too. The last 3 days, it's really significant. And I say to the ancestors also that are out here in the building, in this room, in your rooms, in your areas, that are consulting you, that are communicating with you at this time. Hopefully, we are making the moves that we need to make in order to change the habits and change our perception and change our communication. I talked a lot about this full moon in the video. I just want to point out it is Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius is a man on a horse with an arrow, right? So it's all about movement, and it's all about being on point with your movement, being strategic, having strategy. What I posted on Instagram today, one of the memes that I created was, lessons that we needed to learn from Nate Robinson. And one of them was planning, strategy, planning and strategy. He came into the Nate Robinson fight, as you guys know, with the Mike Tyson joint. You guys know Nate Robinson got knocked out. Everybody was clowning him, the story. But there's lessons to be learned, and Nate did not train. He didn't train. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't doing the work. But you know what he was doing? Talking a lot of shit. He was doing a lot of talking, but Nate wasn't doing the work. So because Nate wasn't doing the work, wasn't training, he didn't train properly, he got himself rocked in public on national TV. Now, we all fall, right? We all go through falls. You might be in a fall now. You might be going through something very difficult now, some things that you need changing, some things that you need adjusting. Well, now is the time. Now is the time for rebirth. Now is the time for transformation. Now is the time for elevation, and now is the time for growth. So you really want to use this time to be on point and figure out what your strategy is going into 2021. What is your strategy for your life? What is your strategy? You want to be a millionaire, billionaire? Okay. What's your strategy on doing so? What plan do you have? What product are you going to sell? All right. Don't rely on the lottery as a means for you becoming successful. Okay. A lot of people do that. They depend on the lottery and the lottery system. I play scratch offs every once in a while. I play the numbers every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't depend on that as a means for me, not only being abundant, but as a means for my happiness. Or I think that is the end goal, or my rituals are specifically towards manifesting that end. My rituals are towards manifesting abundance from wherever and however it comes. Okay. I don't have any limits to my abundance, nor where it comes from or how it comes from. You know what I'm saying? It could come from anywhere. So there's no limit to that. So be careful getting caught up in the lottery trap, because a lot of us in the hood, I think that, and I see a lot of, especially older people in their 50s and their 60s, they resigned, they gave up on their dreams, they gave up on their hopes, and it's sad to see. But their hopes and their dreams have now become invested in playing the numbers every day. So be careful with those type of games and things like that. Before I start, let's see. Okay, peace, Ernestine. Okay, so let's get started. So whoever wants to get the first reading, just put it in the comment, type in a question. I will do one card questions. If you donate, let me know. I had my phone, but I got my phone. I'll be able to see the donation, and I'll do a 2-card reading, and it will be a little longer. Whole lot petite princess, and the reading will be a little more in depth. But drop a question. Let me get this. Give me a second. Let me get my phone. Shout out to everyone's in the building. Okay, so Petite Princess is first. Okay, she said, should I focus on love and abundance? Okay, so it's going to be a 1-card reading. Now, I'm using 2 particular decks. The first deck that I'm going to be using is the Threads of Fate. I don't know if y'all can see that with the light, but it's called the Threads of Fate Oracle deck. So I'm going to be using that. And for some readings, I'm also going to be using, depending on how the spirit hits me, I'm going to be using my Oracle cards. Some of y'all may have seen this, my long-time followers. I used to do this every Monday, and it's going to come back to where I'm doing this every Monday. So be patient with that. All right. And I'm going to be doing them live. All right. So Petite Princess wants to know, should she focus on love and abundance? It's getting hot. Let me turn this AC. Bear with me. All right. And I'll go to you next, Majestic Ways. Should I focus on love or abundance? Well, I would tell you to focus on abundance. But, you know what I'm saying? Because what is love? You have to define what love is for you. What does that mean? So a lot of people don't know what that means. I would say love is abundance, but let's get it popping. All right. So one card only. Actually, I think I'll do 2 this card. Focus on love and abundance. Okay, so Oracle wasn't really direct. The first card is, let me turn off this light. So think red. All right, here we go. Okay, so the first card says ancestors on there. Okay. And the second card, strength. Okay. So ancestor strength. That's a combination, easy combination to put together. On this ancestral card, there's actually a picture of the moon and the woman here. So basically, what I would say this card is telling you just off of divination is focus on love of self. Your ancestors are always dealing with self because your ancestors live in your DNA. So your ancestors are actually going to be able to power you towards both things, love and abundance. So you really don't have to switch focus because they're both the same thing. Abundance comes from love. Abundance comes from love. When you follow whatever you're passionate about, which is the strength card, going towards what you're passionate about, which is what your ancestors are going to give you, these downloads that you should be getting now through your readings, through your research, through just you listening to these frequencies, these vibrations, and these things that I've been talking about on this channel for months, doing this work, getting it in, your ancestors will be able to give you the strength to be able to get your abundance, because both of these things are why you're here. You yourself are going to be an ancestor. So on this full moon, which you can see the moon right here, you see the moon right here and the moon around the girl. So tonight, it's after 9 p.m. already, before you go to bed, if I were you and you were me, I would get my meditation on. Okay, I would tap in, see what that looks like, what love and abundance looks like for you, and then go from there. But you need strength. You need strength. And this strength is not in yourself, but strength knowing that you have your ancestors that live within you to guide you. This isn't like Christianity where we're talking about some invisible, nondescript, spook in the sky. You know that you have people that are in your bloodline. So tap in, start asking questions, start rewiring, and put your strength forward. When you follow your purpose, which is what your ancestors are actually why you're here, so that you could live your purpose and contribute to the planet in some way, shape, or form, that'll give you the strength to move forward. That will give you the strength to find abundance and love. Okay. So like I said, quick reading. Please, thank you for that. And so who else? Do my ancestors have anything they want to tell you? Let's see what they want to tell you. Let's see. Get cards mixed up. Wait a minute. Put the other. Okay, so I guess since I can't find the set, which is weird, let's see. Oh, there, I put them here. But because I couldn't find it, I'm supposed to use the oracle cards. So let's use the oracle cards for your particular thing. Thank you, Petite Princess. Appreciate it. And if this resonates, please don't hesitate to hit my Cash App or the Super Chat. Okay. Value is value, time and energy. All right. And I'm providing you valuable insight. Okay. So all donations are accepted and appreciated. All right. So do my ancestors majestic ways? Do my ancestors have anything that they want to tell you? They always do. So let's see what they want to tell you. Okay. So first card, this is the Medunet Oracle deck. So the first card, this card is what you call Wajet in the Medunetter. This is basically dealing with energy coming from your spine, or Kundalini energy. So there's one that's red, there's one that's blue, Nekabet or Wajet. What this symbolizes is this is a representation of what's on the crown of the Commission's head, on their headdress. When you see them in the sarcophagus and you see that vulture and you see that other snake, right? So it's a representation of enlightenment and Kundalini energy. So this is the first card that was drawn. So basically the energy you have to channel, basically your ancestors, their question was, what do your ancestors have anything they want to tell you? What they want to tell you is you have to start channeling energy towards your dreams and towards your hopes. This card is Amen. Amen means peace. As you know, at the end of the Christian prayer, they say Amen. Amen is a deity, but a deity of peace. It's all about peace, calmness, quiet, being in flow state. That's why you see these little waters right here. And you yourself are the cup. We're a cup of water. We're 75% water. We're mostly water, right? So this deals with you. So this is basically your ancestors are trying to tell you to put your energy towards being peaceful, and this is also representative of you going within. So maybe do some meditation, do some more meditations, do some more ritual work. But you need to channel this energy towards the spine, or not towards the spine, or within. You need to start channeling this energy within on a repetitive basis. The red means that you need to start taking action towards realizing your divinity and your hope. And being that there's one hole here, that means that the way is blocked. So you may have a lot of stress in your life. There's maybe a lot of things going on. It's hard for you to see the forest from the trees, so to speak. But you still have to put your best foot forward and rely on your imagination and know that you are here for a divine purpose and you can overcome anything. You've already overcome so much. And this is just what I'm getting from the channel. You've already overcome so much. So keep pushing forward. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Okay. Generate that energy that you need to continue to maximize thyself. All right. So that was Majestic. And then one question. So, please don't hit me with 3-4 questions, especially for Antonio. All right. Do my ancestors want to come right? That was you. I keep seeing 1034. What's that about? That's not really a reading question. That's something you probably want to look up in Google. But just Antoine, just do the if you keep seeing 1034, just do the numerology. But I'll tell you without even pulling the cards. One, I use supreme mathematics from the nation of gods and earth. So that's the way I use numerology. So to me, number one, that's knowledge. The 0, 1034 is cipher. The 3 is understanding. And the 4 is culture or freedom, right? So I'm going to add all those numbers up. So 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 is 8, okay? So 8 is a build and destroy number. 8 is the infinity symbol. If you turn the 8 to the side, it's the infinity symbol. So it deals with yin and yang. So if you're still seeing, it may be too masculine, too aggressive, too relying on the outside world, too fact-based, right? Not relying on the imagination, or you may be too much into the imagination, too much into hocus pocus, not putting things forward, just chilling, relaxing, right? So, the left side of the brain is active, the right side of the brain is relaxing, so it's not active. It just deals with basically the right side of your brain is feminine. So it's the womb of your mind. It's where you create and come up with ideas and concepts. And the left side of the brain is like, okay, how can I logically put this concept in real life, in my reality? So that 1034 is basically saying that you need to look at where you're unbalanced in your life, if that keeps popping up. So I hope that answers your question, Antoine. You don't need a reading for that, though. That's a numerology thing. La Habana Bay, skeptic here. So my personal tarot question is tarot. La Habana, is it true? Is tarot true, valid, and relevant? It's up to you. If you utilize it and you see value in it, then it is. If you utilize it and you don't see value in it, then it's not. It's not really anyone's. No one should be able to tell you what's true and what's not true. You have to decipher that for yourself, because basically you're relying on secondhand information, right? That's these are the people that listen to Dr. Fauci March and April and was wearing masks all over the place and are still running around and doing crazy things, right? With these masks. I'm not saying don't wear a mask, but I am saying there are things that are obviously at the extreme right now, dealing with the Roni and things like that. So if you are a skeptic, do your own research, do readings, see if they pair out for you, not getting readings from someone else, but see if they work for you. See if you get some insight from them, and then go from there. And then you'll know if it's true or not for you. But no one's job, there's no one is supposed to, no one is supposed to be proving that for you. You should be proving that for yourself. Peace, Jeremy. Kim Wallace, with my business be successful. All right. Spirit's telling me use the oracle for that. So I'm going to do that for you. And who was that with the 1034? Also, look up the number 8 for yourself in numerology and just look at the different significance for the number 8. Also check the number 8 on the Kabbalah, the 8 spear, and the 8 spear of the Kemetic tree of life. You'll get even more insight into that number 8. All right. So let's see. Who am I doing? Kim Wallace. I don't know what's up, Kim, but I gotta. Spirit's like, yo, go deep with this one. All right, so let's see what you got. Okay. So, what was your question? So, will my business be successful? So yeah, the first card. This is Tahuti, or what they call thought. Okay, so this is Tahuti Hitet. This is the equivalent of saying everything's a go. If you notice, the actual is balance here, right? So it's saying everything is in balance. If I were you and you were me, what Spirit is telling me, and I don't know if you work with deities and things like that, but I would definitely work with this particular image or any image of thought or Tahuti that resonates with you. Keep that keep an image of that, like whether that's a screensaver or keep something like that in your purse, right? Or print out or something like that. Just carry this energy with you, and yes, your business will definitely be successful. Definitely deals with knowledge, with wisdom, with enlightenment, with spiritual knowledge. So this is the first card. This is really the only card that matters when you see it come out like this, but you did get a second card. This second card is the same. You guys already seen the men. So this one is closed. So this is not saying that the business will be a failure, but what I am getting is then again, a lot of worry, a lot of stress about it. And you really just need to tap into your wisdom faculty. Okay. And this is definitely through meditation. This also deals with getting readings as well. So you might want to book a reading either with myself or someone else that you trust that we get a little bit more in depth on this. Okay. So, but as far as success, yeah, this is basically saying your business will be successful. Okay. So perfect. Okay, so somebody donated, so they go into the front of the line. Zero, cool. Okay, so hey, can I please get some general guidance, please? Hell yeah, you can. All right. Peace to everybody. With these numerology questions, I'm not answered anymore. No disrespect, but numerology questions, you guys could go on Google for that. Like, just look up the number and figure out what it means. Okay, you guys could go to Google for that. So I'm not answering any more numerology questions, no question, but I will do a read for you. Okay. General guidance. Okay, so the first card you got, this is the deity Haru. Okay, so the deity Haru deals with willpower, basically ignoring your emotions and ignoring your sensual being. So we live in this reality where we deal with five senses. And basically, the senses are electrical signals that we interpret through our brain, right? So when you watch TV, when you see, let's use an example, Megan Thee Stallion, right? Use the Megan Thee Stallion, you have the option of creating a body yaddy yaddy post like all the other girls are doing, right? So you have the option of doing that, or you have the option of not doing it, right? But if you listen to body yaddy 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 over and over and over, more than likely you're going to feel that way. It's going to make you feel a certain way. So this is saying that you have the power to either ignore your sensual conditioning or the conditioning that's been fed to you by media, by family, by friends, by the outside world. So for you, Zero Cool, this is blocked. So it's saying basically for lack of a better word, that you're being influenced by society now. You're being very influenced by what's going on in society. If this is a relationship issue or personal issues, it also may be you seeing your own way, you following your own path. Heru is all about the hero's journey. Heru, Horus, the hero. So you being the hero in your life and you ignoring anything that anyone else says that does not go according to your divine purpose or your divine path. And this is the second card. So it's basically saying that you do, and the window is probably going to be open on a lot of these cards, especially on the second card, where you see the one hole, I call that the window. But this is basically my aunt dealing with balance, heart being light as a feather. And as you see, there's the closing. So this reading is dealing with influence. My aunt deals with balance, the world. Also, my aunt deals with what you reap, you shall sow, right? It's yin and yang, all those type of things. But as you see, the feather on the top of my aunt's head is dealing with your sensitivity to outside vibration. When the wind blows, that's when the feathers move, right? It doesn't take much for a feather to move. It doesn't take much wind. So the same way you have the ability to, we all have the ability to be affected by our environment and things that people say and show us. So basically, the best way, and this is just what's coming from Spirit, the Beyonce song on Black is King, when it says find your way back, so you definitely want to get into some spiritual teachings, get into your meditation, get into yourself, and not worry about the world so much. Just detach yourself from the worldly outcomes, detach yourself from worldly news, detach yourself from worldly gossip, detach yourself and go within and look at the world from the observer, or from a bird's eye view, or from a falcon's eye view. Heru's the falcon, and look at it and observe it, but don't get caught up in it. Okay. Because you need to get to that place of balance, because this is basically saying that you're easily influenced by the world and others. Doesn't mean that you're a follower, right? A lot of people that think they're leaders are influenced by the world. And a lot of people that are leaders of Fortune 500 companies are influenced by the world. So you want to look at that. So I hope that answered the question, Zero Cool. Okay. Who is next? One second. All right. Just check to see if I got any cash apps. All right. So who's next? Kim, Antoine, Janek, I didn't see your question. Janek, I didn't see your question. Hold up, because you were here early. So wait 1 second. My current energy revolving around bills on my job. That's not a complete question. So give me a complete question, Janek, and I got you. So I worked with thought before. Okay. So Kim, if you work with thought before, yeah, thought is saying come back. Come back to the homie. All right. He wants to work with you. So come back to the homie. Definitely, and he's gonna give you the tools. The thing about working with thought, that's like the deity that you want to really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys heard of Billy Carson, most of you, and the Emerald Tablets and things like that. The Kabbalion, right? All these things deal with thought or Tahuti. So that's when you start really getting those downloads and that wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with Tahuti, working with Tahuti, you got to act on the wisdom. If you don't act on it, he'll bombard you with the wisdom. If you're not writing it down, or if you're not acting on it, eventually that stream will stop. So it's really about acting on the wisdom, but the wisdom will come. Seventh. Okay, no, yeah, we're not doing numerology. Oh, you did, Jeanette. You did. Okay, my current energy about my bills, home, my job. What do I need to know? Okay. We're going to do these here. This is probably something I'm gonna do every Monday, guys. But I'm also thinking of having another guest reader join me. So look out for that coming soon. I have somebody in mind. She's probably watching. She ain't never gonna comment, but if you're watching, you know who you are. Dorcas, if you're watching, you know who you are. All right, let's do this. So tap back in. Current energy. Okay, so the first card, this is soul work. Okay. So when you're dealing, and as you can see the honeybee, okay, representing Oshun. You also see the diamond. All right. So today, the full moon is in Gemini. Break down the word Gemini, the gem in eye. The gem in eye, or the gem in your vision, would be third eye vision. So soul work is really about going within the soul, going within your internal flame, going within that heart chakra, because this is the honeybee. Okay. Also, who else represents the honeybee in pop music? Beyonce. Okay, what was her last big offering? Black is King. Okay, so going within yourself, figuring out what your joy is, what your love is. You also may need to get a different job. Okay, a different job, a different home, different place to live. But this is all about you and your transformation, and also sexual energy as well. Soul work is about sexual energy, because we don't realize joy is the main driver towards what makes us successful. People mostly do what they like. People don't do what they don't like. So your soul's calling is also going to be something that you're joyous about. For instance, I love researching. It's one of the things I love to do. I love reading. I love researching. I love knowing mysteries. I love knowing science. I love music, right? These are things that I am passionate about. So my soul work is about mastering these things so that I could, like I'm doing now, coming to you guys to provide a service that'll help stimulate you raising your vibration, your kundalini, and achieving the gifts and the goals that you want. But in order for me to get to the point where I could do this confidently, comfortably, right, and be at a space to where I'm on YouTube, I'm talking to total strangers that I don't know online, right? In order for me to get these things, I got to do the soul work to get there. You know what I'm saying? So this is about me activating my passion through joy. So that's that soul work. And one of the ways to get, and that is really the source of your power. So as far as you were asking about bills and your home and your job, you need to get your soul work. Okay? Get your soul work popping. And your soul work will lead you to get to this point of power. This is the first card. This is the second card. So it's saying you need to do the work to get there. Okay. And the work is, and if I were you, basically, because I pulled this, I would be working with Oshun. I'll be doing work with Oshun colors, you know what I'm saying? Tapping into that and really looking, and I know it sounds generic, you always got to look within, you know what I'm saying? But really looking at what your soul work is really about, what you're passionate about, not just who you love and things like that. What type of job would you be passionate doing? What type of work could you be passionate doing? What course do you need to take? What class do you need to take to get there? What information do you need to get there so you could do what you're passionate about in order to make money? Because most of your things was about bills, home, job. So security, bills, home, job, those are root chakra issues, security issues, issues about being secure. So this is where your power will come from, you doing that work. Hope that answered the question. Am I doing all the work? EB, this is a question from EB. Am I doing all the work, Shadow, I am supposed to be doing? No, I can tell you that without giving you a reading. No, because it never ends. Every day you wake up, there's new work to do. There's new work to do. So that's not really something. But actually, I'll give you a reading of this. I'll give you a reading of this, EB. But the work is never done. I wish I could tell you it was. Anybody who tells you there's a point where you reach mastery and it's over, they're lying to you. And they're going to be subject for a fall. If you're in here, please hit that like button. I do appreciate it. And it helps me get the algorithm to other people so that they can get this work as well. Okay, so this is the destruction card. Okay, if you look at this particular card, it's all about shadow work. So to answer your questions, yeah, you are destroying things that no longer serve you, right? But as you're doing this, so part of your question is, are you doing all the shadow work that, look at how, this is how crazy these cards is, all right? Proven. You're asking, am I doing all the work that I'm supposed to be doing? So the first card is destruction. So yeah, you are doing the work. And you are putting in the work. And have compassion for yourself. Okay? This card is compassion. Have compassion for yourself. Don't beat yourself up on the spiritual path. Don't beat yourself up on the journey. Have compassion. It's okay. Things happen. You go through ups and downs. We all are doing the best that we can. Okay? Everyone that comes on YouTube and everyone that's a speaker or whatever, we're not telling you about all the issues that we have in the background for real. We're not telling you about all the things that we have going on and all the things that we struggle with, right? That's not a teacher's job. When a teacher comes to your class and teaches you math or calculus, you don't know if, there's domestic abuse at home or the kids are acting bad, right? You don't know the challenges that they're going through to overcome. You know what I'm saying? So have compassion for yourself. The thing, and I was thinking about this today, and I'm going to talk about this real quickly. The thing about Christianity and how they did us dirty is, in Christianity, what they taught us was that you have to be perfect in order to achieve divinity. The story of Jesus is a story of perfection. There's no time in the Bible in Jesus's life where he ever did anything wrong. And that's the goal. The whole Bible is around achieving that goal of Christhood, of perfection. But that is impossible. Every day you wake up, it's a new journey. It's a new hero's journey. It's a new step towards your goal. So have compassion for yourself. Okay? Don't have compassion for yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. And have compassion for others as well. Okay? Make sure that you are not judging others based on your standards of perfection, or you thinking people aren't woke enough or aren't spiritual enough. Okay, have passion for others that are on their journey as well. Okay. Oh, Shaniqua, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute, Shaniqua. Howdy. all this like I get dreams with a certain animal at the very end. What is the universe trying to tell you? Okay, that's not really an oracle question, but I'll answer that myself. Basically, the dreams with a certain animal at the very end, what the universe is trying to tell you is that um, Google an animal. That's what the universe is trying to tell you. Google the animal, figure out what that animal is, what that animal represents. Cometians, what they did, when you look at these particular deities, let me just pull out something for you to see. Okay, like this, right? Herakuti. So this is Herakuti. Basically Heru angry. But if you see, this is a falcon head deity, right? So the animal, the Cometians, the people in Kemet, the people in Egypt, they did not worship animals. That's false. They didn't worship birds. They didn't worship dogs and jackals and ibis birds and things like that. What they did was they realized that this is a part of the spirit, and each animal represented a different part of the human spirit. So, like I said, this is angry Heru. So this is Heru when he's if you ever seen a movie and you see the main character, it happens a lot of anime, and when they get angry, they could be the superhero, they could be the champion, like Avatar, The Last Airbender, any type of cartoon. Usually what you see is their eyes go red. So Herakuti is a representation of the eyes going red. But it's also a representative of, again, just like the movie Bumblebee. If you guys watch the movie Bumblebee, towards the end, his eyes got red, but Bumblebee was a good spirit, but he had to tap into that energy to go to war so that he could defend himself and defeat evil, right? So this is you not being in this particular card in that situation would be you not being engulfed in anger or engulfed in the emotion of anger. You still having that falcon eye vision or that bird's eye vision to look above, to step back, use discernment, and not get caught in emotion, and look above, just like a bird has the perception of seeing, or a falcon has the perception of seeing, miles and miles ahead, where you're here on the earth, you could just see, sometimes barely see in front of you, right? So, and the falcon also has a superior hunter and things like that. So when you see these animals, study the animal. Study the snake. A snake sheds its skin. Kundalini, okay? So that's why a snake deals with Kundalini. Snake sheds its skin. Also, the snake is similar to the sine wave when you're dealing with frequencies. The sine wave going up, just up and down like a snake. Brain waves, same thing. The sine brain wave, okay? Depending on how it's read. So, and also the spine, okay? So the Cometians were wise enough to use animals to represent different sparks of the spirit. And this is also why you need to learn either Kabbalah or the Kemetic tree of life, because you'll understand the different divisions of your spirit and how to master these different divisions of the spirit. So when you see an animal at the end of your dreams, Google the animal, see the characteristics of that animal, and see how that relates to you in your life. Are you exhibiting these characteristics? Are these characteristics that you need to tap into? What happened with the animal in the dream? What was the dream about? And why did it lead to that animal at the end? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is part of, as I just said in the last reading, this is part of that soul work, okay? Everything is not going to be given on this path. Nothing is going to be given to you but what is earned. This is not Christianity where you got one book and that one book, so quote unquote, has everything for you. Christianity, Islam, the Abrahamic religions are the easiest thing in the world to get into. They're easy. You don't got to do nothing. All you have to do, you got one book, and all you got to do is pray. And that's it. You can eat what you want. You can do what you want. You need to be balanced, right? You don't need to do any work to tap into spiritual powers. All you need to do is pray to Jesus. That's it. Pray and be, quote unquote, a good person, right? Treat thy neighbor as thyself. And that's it. But if you really want to gain spiritual power, if you really want to gain insight, if you really want to gain the secrets of the universe, you got to do more. You got to step up more. So don't be afraid to do the research. Just like y'all with the numbers and shit like that. Man, y'all shouldn't be in no disrespect to anybody, but nobody should be in 2020. No one should be in chat rooms asking anybody about numbers, right? You shouldn't even be how do I want to say it? You should be at a place as to where you know that you have to do these things on your own. It's just like on Facebook, right? People will post something and they'll be like, "Oh, my baby daddy broke up with me. How can I hex him?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you just come in, you don't want to do no work, you don't want to try to work on the relationship, you don't want to see where he may have went wrong, where you may have went wrong. You don't want to do any type of work, any type of deep diving, any type of introspection, any type of soul work. You just want a quick and easy answer, you know? So it doesn't work like that. You got to do the research, family. If you've been looking at these numbers for quite some time, go Google what the number 7 means. Look at different forms of numerology and come up with your own understanding. These numbers are not for us that are teaching them, but they're for you. They're for you. So your interpretation is always going to be the best interpretation. Your spell work is always going to be the best spell work. The ones that come out your head are always going to be the most effective. Okay? Because they came from you. They came from your ancestral line. Okay. It's Janique. Sorry about that. Okay, Janique. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Janique. I appreciate it. My cash app is pinned, I thought. And if you're in the building, please hit the like button. I think I'll stay with y'all for another half hour. Oh, Nikki Infinite dropped the okay. So you know how we gonna get her. She jumped the line. Okay, the next is Straight Panther. All right. So we're gonna do the oracle reading for Nikki. Nikki, what is your question though? What's your question? Oh, does my future look bright? Am I manifesting powerful enough? Okay. Well, yes, your future looks bright if you make it bright. Okay, but your future looks bright. And are you manifesting powerful enough? Or are you putting in the work to manifest powerfully enough? But I'm going to answer your question. But think of those two questions. Reflect those questions back to yourself while I'm doing this. Does your future look bright? Does your future look bright to you? Through your perception, through your third eye. That's what matters. You got to first determine that the future is going to look bright for you. There's no chance in this. Those who are chosen choose themselves. So even if I give, let's say I got the tarot cards and I gave you an oracle card, gave you a tarot reading and you got towers. Nobody wants to see towers and oracle card or a tarot card reading, right? You know some shit's about to go down. That doesn't mean that your future is not bright. It just means you're going to go through some challenges and you have to figure out how to overcome those challenges. So your future always looks bright. It's up to you to know and realize that and act on that and create. And are you manifesting powerful enough? Or if you're putting in the footwork, you will be able to see that. It's going to be evidenced by what you manifest. It's going to be evidenced by what you're bringing in. It's going to be evidenced by how abundant you are. It's going to be evidenced by the people that you have in your life, how good and how kind they are to you, and how helpful they are, and what type of ear they have to give you. Okay. So, but let's do the reading. I'm gonna try to condense this. I'm just gonna give you an overall reading for the future. Just an overall reading of what you need to. Basically, it's gonna be a reading on what you need to work on from here up until the 21st. If you're here, please hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Okay. So this Kemetic oracle again. So this particular card is Sheps. Sheps in Kemetic lore is an enlightened ancestor. So Sheps would be like a Malcolm X, a Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, who else? Fannie Lou Hamer, like any type of ancestor, Queen Ty, like ancestors that have gone through this physical world and have been good people, have helped the planet uplift, enlightened ancestors. Those are the ancestors that we want to be in contact with. Because there's also dark deceased ancestors. There's ancestors that wasn't, you know what I'm saying, that didn't hit the goal or hit the mark, right? That are what we call demons, that are affecting us. So angels are really enlightened ancestors, and demons are unenlightened ancestors. Okay, I told you this first. So all this angels and demons that people talk about, they're all ancestors, and access is granted depending on what type of person you are and the light or the light frequency that you radiate. So so you said, does your future look right? Hell yeah, you have an ancestor that is working with you, that's rocking with you. Okay, the holes are open, so that means that they are actively working with you to balance this out. Um, this is more of, so for you, Nikki, this sex magic. Okay, this is Het Heru. Actually, this cycle is a Het Heru cycle. This full moon cycle is a Het Heru cycle. And Het Heru is all about, this is your Oshun. Okay, so Oshun, Het Heru, same person, same energy, same thing. See the same. You see this. So your imagination, along with the ancestors, your joy, your passion, your love for yourself, right? Sexual sex magic, which is basically you having sex at up until the point of climax, or you have a particular vision in your head, and as you feel yourself you're about to climax, you hold on to that vision and you empower it with energy. This is also dealing with cerebral spinal fluid, right? The colostrum, which is basically what opens up your third eye, this crown of thorns that they talk about in the Bible, which is basically something called the colostrum, that seed, that divine seed, or that divine milk, or that holy nectar, right? So this is going to be one of the things that are going to help you. But this reading, as far as your future, yeah, you want to really tap into that Oshun energy, get you some oranges, get you some yellow, get you some green, right? Tap into that Oshun, that Het Heru energy. Same thing I told her about Tahuti. Get into that energy, okay? Carry something on you, wear clothes, channel the energy. You already got the ancestor that's rocking with you, that's guiding you, so that's great. And you have been putting in the work. So keep it popping. All right. Hopefully that helped. And thank you for the donation. Straight Panther. Okay. General spiritual reading. The people who donated first. All right, Straight Panther, my man. Straight Panther, I'm gonna make you an admin. You and Great Goddess. So look out for that. Look out for that coming. It's coming soon. And Great Goddess love. All right, what was the question? Great General, Great Straight Panther. And hopefully, and I'm realizing through these oracle calls, you're also learning about these Kemetic deities. So pretty cool. Okay. So general reading. Okay. So this is Geb. Geb, you could also call Geb Gaia or the Earth. Okay. So this is what you would call in tarot your pentacles. All right. So this is dealing with your earthly things, your money, your health, uh, physical prowess, things like that. And this is basically saying, just a general reading, Watch your resources. Make sure that your resources are in order. Your health is in order. Put energy towards that. Put energy. Actually, I gotta draw another card because I can't end it like that. Okay. So yeah, resources. Okay, resources, money, help, depending on which one of those things correspond to you. But that's definitely needs to be the focus. And this is saying that you need to generate energy towards that and continue putting energy towards that. You may be in the clouds, all right. And what I mean in the clouds is you may just be in your head too much. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are naturally right brained. So you may be in your imagination a lot, in the dream world a lot, in the visualization world a lot, and you may just need to take more physical action, be more left brain, be more logical, be more reasoning, be more strategic, be more planning. So you may need to, well, not even planning. Planning is right brain, taking action. You know what I'm saying? Making moves using that frontal lobe, and you may need to work on that, either the health or the finances. And this is Sebek. This isn't Anubis. This is Sebek. Sebek is a dog. Anubis is a jackal. So they're different. But Sebek deals with words, affirmations, what you say to yourself, communication. This new moon and this full moon is in Gemini. So Gemini rules Mercury. Mercury is all about communication. So your self-talk, Straight Panther, watch your self-talk. Watch what you say about yourself. Watch what you say to others. Make sure that you're affirming yourself on a religious basis and affirming yourself about your financial status or your health status or your place here on the earth. Okay. But this reading is really saying that you need to draw energy towards that. You need to generate energy towards that. This is Nekabet. So this is all about generating that root chakra energy and rising it up. And you need to put power towards that. And it's interesting, this reading, this also came up for someone else. So this cycle, this Sagittarius cycle is really about taking action. We've went through all the retrogrades already. The only retrograde that we are under right now is Uranus, and that's until January. But all the retrogrades are over that we went through, and we went through all the planets this year, which is very rare. So we've had the opportunity, if you have taken advantage of this time, the quarantine, the lockdowns, to not be distracted, but to look within, to do your studies, to do your diving, to do your meditations, to get yourself to a place to where you could literally transform your life from where it was to where it needs to be, or where it is, to make it even better. So this time that we're in Sagittarius, and now, excuse me, the sun's in Sagittarius, and now that we are not in the retrograde season, it's time for action. Okay, it's time to start putting plans out. It's time to start making things happen. And this is not just for Straight Panthers, this is for everyone. Okay, me, myself included. Okay, it's time to start putting things in action and start making things happen. It's time to start taking these steps towards what we want. Okay, and this is a lucky time. This is a time of abundance. Okay, this is a Het Heru cycle, so or Shun cycle, basically, according to the Kemetic way of life. So this cycle is really all about joy, happiness, sex. You know what I'm saying? Love. But you could easily get caught up on the other side, right? The negative side of Sagittarius, where you're not aiming your arrow correctly. You're just firing arrows all over the place and just trying to hit a target, right? While you're moving through this world, which is what the legs on the bottom, although that horse body on the bottom of Sagittarius represents. You moving through this world, but you still being on point, being in the world, but still being on target. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, George Floyd is happening, but I still got ritual work to do and meditation work to do. Yeah, I know Jeezy and Gucci is beefing. I'm going to watch it because I like entertainment, but I know after that in the morning, I got ritual work to do. I'm not caught up in these things. I'm not caught up in these worldly events. They don't mean that much to me. I'm not emotionally invested. And that's because the goal and the game is attention. The game is attention. How can I get your attention? That's media platforms all over the world. How can I get your attention? And once I get your attention, how can I use that attention to my benefit? So you have to really look at what you're paying attention to and see, does it serve you? And are you actually doing the work, or are you just reading books to be smart? Are you just doing this to be smarter than someone else, or to have slick things to say, or to make great captions, right? And that comes from you being honest with yourself. Okay. Shout out to you, Kim. Okay. Shout out to you. Kim, how's the business going? It should be going well based on the reading. So it should be going well. All right, give me 1 second. I feel like I missed somebody. Oh, stray. All right, doing. I think that's doing your thing. Doing her thing. Nikki, what? Kim Wallace, what business do you have? Let the people want to support you. And if you're here, please hit the like button. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. 24 people in the building. I appreciate every one of y'all. Thank every one of y'all for taking your time to spend it with me and your donations and love. Yeah, Kim Wallace. Well, maybe she left. All right, let me go back to my readings. I did that for Nikki already. Oh, doing her thing though. Any general message? What to focus on during this time? Full moon or income? I'm gonna just give you a general reading. Doing her thing. I'm gonna give you a general reading. I'll probably be on here till 11 Eastern, so about 20 more minutes. So if you have something, get your questions ready. So I'll be off of here soon. Yeah, but this is definitely, I'm enjoying doing this. So this is definitely something I'm going to incorporate, doing these live readings on Monday. I think this is going to be the day for that. So you guys can start your week with some insight. So I think that'll be a good thing. All right. Yeah, so do our thing now. Any general messages? Y'all probably like this nigga pull cards crazy. Everybody got his own way of pulling cards. You know what happens. But yeah, my way is my way. All right. So what to focus on during this time? Full moon or income. All right. So what to focus on? Boom. Again. All right. See how these cards keeps coming up for y'all ladies? Okay. So tap in. Tap into your sensuality, your sex magic. All right. We already broke this card down just now, so I'm not going to break it down again. You could also look this up. Het Rule. If you have, you could Google. If you want to get in deep, you can rewatch this. Those of y'all who have done readings or do readings, you can get deep. Just get this book, Metal Nettle Volume 1. Or you could go online. There's also the PDF online. And you could just simply Google Het Rule. And or the laws of Het Rule. And they'll give you some more insight. But Het Rule is Oshun. So you're familiar with Oshun. You're familiar with Het Rule. So focus on your imagination. Okay, Het Rule is not only joy, but it's the imaginative joy. That's why when I teach you guys, I always talk about putting your emotions into your affirmations, or putting your emotions into your visualization, because the emotion is the most powerful thing. Emotion is the invisible that you can't see, but the invisible world is more powerful than the physical world. That's why we do rituals. That's why we honor our ancestors. We honor our deities, because we know even though we can't see them with the physical eye, that they do exist in spiritual forms. And even if you want to break it down scientifically, right? In the quantum realm, we know that they exist even as just single cell amoebas, right? Everything that died, nothing dies, everything changes shape or form, but nothing really dies. So the next card is one we haven't seen, right, guys? So this is on the Kabbalah, this would be Kalima, or not, sorry, in this Kush, this would be Kalima. This would also be Bina on the Kabbalah, the third spear. This is called Seker. So you see, this is another falcon head deity. Now, this is dealing with spiritual power. So basically, your spiritual power is going to, so this is what you need to work on, okay? Gaining your spiritual power through your imagination, through your imagination, through visualization, through joy of your desires. And in turn, you will gain spiritual powers. And also, what I'm downloading just by doing this, doing her thing, is you already have some capabilities, spiritual capabilities, maybe clairvoyance, clairaudience, psychic abilities. So you really just need to strengthen them. And this is the cycle to strengthen those psychic abilities that you already have. They may be latent, meaning that may be underdeveloped, or you may not know that you have them. If you do know that you have them, then this is how you strengthen them. Sex magic, passion, follow what you're passionate about, okay? A lot of women use Oshun or use Het Heru in magic to attract men because it is about being attractive. It's about being magnetic. It's about entrancing someone, putting someone in a trance by merely looking at you, right? It's about casting someone under a spell just by looking at you. That's emotion. If I look at a beautiful woman and don't know her, but I already just want her, that's an attachment. I've basically connected myself, my spirit, with her spirit, even though she may not even know that I exist. But the fact that I want her, the fact that I'm lusting after her, the fact that I have a desire for her, that's magnetism, that's power, that's emotion. Yeah, you can't see that. There's no visual string to connect me to her unless you're looking directly in my eyes, but you really have to look and connect with me. So that's still a connection. So it's invisible. Right, you can't. If I'm looking at a beautiful woman, you can't see directly what's in my mind and my thoughts. So, you want to really tap into this part of yourself, okay? The joyful part of yourself, the part of yourself that finds joy and passion in your purpose and what you're here to do. And this will, in turn, give you additional spiritual power, additional spiritual strength to build and destroy. And this is basically the higher spiritual powers: the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the magnetism, the moving things, the astral traveling, right? This is not this access. Everyone doesn't get this type of access. So this is a privilege to even be drawn this type of card with this type of deity, because everyone doesn't get access to these type of spiritual powers. The way the spirit world works is you have to earn them. You have to go up the ladder, and going up the ladder is going through the hero's journey, going through the different challenges. Every movie that you watch that's an action movie and that has a protagonist and an antagonist is a hero's journey story, right? All the Marvel movies are obviously they're superheroes, but they're hero journey stories. There's things happen, they get beat down, they get tore up, and then they have to rise back up again and overcome their enemies. And as they overcome their enemies, just like in a video game, when you beat the boss at the end of the board, what happens? You get access to more weapons, right? You might get a new skin, new gear, right? You get some power pellets, and then you go into the next board, you find another boss, and then you level up even more and more. So you gotta go through that, and you gotta find joy and passion even in the things that may or may not how can I say, even the things that may or well, that's probably not the right way to say it, but joy and passion in the things that are going to make you live your purpose, whether whether or not anyone agrees with them or they don't agree with them. Okay, Oshun and or Heru, when they come in to shut the place down. Okay, they're the woman that comes in late at night and everyone turns around and looks and says, "Oh shit." And as men, it's not always the woman that looks like Beyonce that we're staring at. Sometimes she just comes in and she's super fly. Sometimes she just comes in and she has an aura. You know what I'm saying? And that aura is just catchy enough. She could be wearing baggy clothes, but her aura is so fly, man. You just want to get to know her and talk like that. And men as well have the same. It may not be a female, but you do have the same magnetic energy. Okay, so I went in depth. I went in really in depth for you. So please give me a donation. But but even if you don't, please work on this, okay? Because this is a good one, and I'm going in depth. The Spirit's telling me to go in depth with you doing our thing for a reason. So big up to you. All right, I got 10 minutes. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Eric Strong. What's going on, dude? If you don't mind, can I have a general meeting of my path at the moment? Of course you can, Eric. All right, general meeting. If you're here, please hit that like button. Like, subscribe, share, okay? Because you never know what I'm going to pop up with. I always pop up with different things. Those of you who've been following me for a while know I evolve and I go through different pathways, different ways of analyzing and looking at things. So you never know when I'm going to pop up with something. So like, share, subscribe so you can always be there when you need to be. All right. And you could get this information so that you could help the planet grow and help the planet expand and help your family grow and expand and live a life of peace. That's what we're trying to do. Live a life of peace. Peace and power. Peace, power, and prosperity is really my goal in life. Peace, power, and prosperity. That's why I say it all the time. All right. General reading, Eric Strong. All right. So, Eric, this is your general reading. Okay. So, higher perspective. All right. So, this is basically for what I'm getting in this is kind of just saying that, look at things from, this is obvious, right? Look at things from a higher perspective. Don't put yourself in the dumps. Don't talk down to yourself. Don't lower your frequency. Don't lower your vibration for anybody. Look and see the best in all things, even if you're going through the worst. No one could control your imagination. No one could tell you what to visualize. You ever see some food on TV or see some food on Instagram and your mouth start watering? I know I've done that on Instagram. You see some good looking food or something, a plate, and your mouth start watering. That had nothing to do with you eating the food. You just saw it, right? And your mouth started watering. So that's the power of the imagination. Your imagination made your mouth water by looking at the food. So tap into your imagination. The reality is really what you make it to be. I know people say, well, I'm in this situation, I'm in that situation. But your imagination, you could be in any situation that you want, right? And the more you dwell on that situation, the more the universe tries to make that situation happen to you, because you're engaging in your electromagnetic energy. Guys who have been following me a while know I always talk about that you're an electromagnetic being. You're electric and magnetic. That's the whole purpose of this magic thing. That's the whole purpose of studying this esoteric wisdom. So you could become more magnetic and not be lied to and not be misled and not think that you need someone else, a third party, or Jesus, or Muhammad, or this or that, in order to gain divinity. And you can learn how to gain this divinity on your own. So higher perspective, okay? open third eye. All right. We all going through a higher perspective right now. The universe, this full moon. If you looked at the moon, you seen the halo around this full moon. Okay. I haven't seen a halo around, and I look at moons a lot. I don't think I've ever seen a halo around the full moon. So now is the time. The universe is trying to tell us we're going into a new age. Got to get on that and be on that. Aquarius, the age of air. So it's no longer going to be about the books, physical things. It's going to be more mental magic than anything. That's where we're going. Okay. And this pop back up again. All right. Those of you been with me, the destruction card. So this general basically you want to destroy some visions that you have. Okay. Destroy some ideology that you have tonight. Get a piece of paper. Those of you guys who are trying to get rid of some ideologies or some habits or some things that you're trying to overcome, some situations you might be in now that you want to change. Burn it, write it on a piece of paper and burn it. That's it. Simple ritual. Put it on a piece of paper, write it out, and burn it. And when you're burning it, think of it going away. Think of it being eradicated. You now just sent a message. You basically sent a bat signal to the universe that this shit is over and you're ready to start something new. Now, don't be surprised if that something new comes with another challenge, because again, challenges in life, struggles and obstacles in life are not bad things. I'm going to say it again. I've been through I got gray hair, right? I've been through a lot of struggles and obstacles, and I know you have too. It's not necessarily a bad thing. These things are designed so that you could level up. Some of y'all are woke because, quote unquote, woke because Trayvon Martin got shot. If that tragedy didn't happen, you'd have never picked up a book and you would still be a walking zombie. Okay? So stay on the path, higher perspective. Okay? And destroy the bullshit. Okay? And those of you guys who need to destroy anything, get that piece of paper when you get off this, burn it, write it down, burn it. Okay? Go outside. Don't burn it. Well, you can burn your house or whatever. But burn it, write it out, burn it. Okay? Do that ritual tonight. And your DNA is being upgraded anyway. All of our DNAs are being upgraded at this very moment. A lot of people are trying to fight. A lot of people are trying to fight the changes. A lot of people are trying to fight the upgrade. They don't want to change, and they want to, like I said, they're going to try to come at you. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen to people around you, people who don't know better and don't understand this energy. It's heightened. So most people are going to respond how they know. And they're just going to stay on that lower chakra, stay in that negativity, stay in the bullshit. So it's up to you to stay on your path, stay on your deen, as the Muslims say, stay on your square, as the gods say. And no one could do that but you. You have to come up with your rituals that you're going to do every day to make that happen, to maintain your higher perspective. Okay? Especially going now into December 21st, because we all want our spiritual gifts, right? We all want to see what's in store, what type of magical gifts we're going to get. That's Christmas time. It's Christmas time because that's when your gifts come. That's when your spiritual gifts come. This is the time when you're able to change and totally transform your life. I've told you guys this many a times. When I wanted to do this YouTube thing, I did it on the winter solstice, 2017. I was worried about what people were going to say about me. I was worried about what people were going to think, what people in my family say, what people that I worked with say, what people that knew me and knew me in the street say. I used to rob niggas. Rob Blackstorm is not like this super squeaky clean good guy that y'all think I am. I used to rob people. That was my thing. Robbing people. First I started selling drugs, then I started robbing people. Okay? This was my youth. For real. Streets, for real, for real. Like sleeping on a train and shit like that during hard times. So I understand. I know what you've been through. I've been there. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? And you can overcome all that and still live a happy and successful life and still manifest all the things that you want, need, and desire. You just have to put your first foot forward and make it happen and keep that higher perspective. All right? So you can get your gifts during Christmas. Let's see. 1 minute. Jeremy, you got skipped. I ain't see no question, bro. Flex, what's going on? Jeremy, what actions? Okay, Jeremy, you're gonna be the last person. I don't see any. I don't got no cash apps. I don't see nobody else. Yeah, I can't see the moon over here either level up like that. I did go outside last night and I saw it, but it's been raining today, so it's not the same. Um, it's been raining, so it's not the same. I went outside earlier to try to vamp some energy. And you could, if you guys can't see the full moon where you are, go outside tonight and stare at that shit, and stare at it and exchange energy with the moon through your mind. Send your energy to the moon and feel the moon giving you energy. Don't just be a recipient. Give and receive. Jacob's ladder said he had angels going up and down the ladder. Okay. So making an exchange, making an exchange. Have fun with it. Play with it. Make it a fun thing, your moon gazing. Make it a fun thing, your sun gazing, right? It's an exchange of energy. Okay. You want these luminaries to not only work with you, but work for you. Okay. So everything has a magnetic connection. The sun, moon, and stars. Even the animals. We have magnetite crystals in our brain, magnetite crystals in our pineal gland. So do the animals. So what you've seen in Avatar, the movie at the end of Avatar, where the animals was working with the people from the Avatar planet. Don't think that that's so far fetched. If the collective collective consciousness would wake up, things would be a lot different. All right, Jeremy. Let me get Jeremy real quick. Yes, elements. I am still accepting for reads. Okay, another donations just came in. Y'all don't want me to get off, huh? All right. Oh, no problem. I am here to serve. Give me 1 second. Launch date is December 2nd. Okay. Shout out to you, Kim. Okay, making candles. Nice. All right. Thank you, Kim, for the cash app. Let me go back. Just find Jeremy's question. What actions does Jeremy need to take to see the change he wants in his life? All right, Jeremy. So this is Sebek Hatep. So not much, basically, bro. Jeremy, what you need to do is this is the second card, but really the Hatep card is really the main card that we focus on when we're doing these readings with this. This is called the Oracle of Tahuti, by the way. All right. And we want to learn more about it. Metal Netter, all right, volume 1. But yeah, so if you notice, those of you who've been with me through this whole live, you notice the other one was red, right? And this one is yellow. So yellow, if you know the chakra system, you know it is also dealing with the solar plexus. All right. So your words matter. What you say matters. This is again full moon and Mercury dealing with communication. So this card is all about communication. So basically, for you, Jeremy, the only change would be to speak things into existence and start changing the way you communicate with yourself. Start changing the ideas that you have with yourself. But basically, your verbal thoughts, like what do you say about yourself? What do you say about others, right? Because what you say about others is really what you say about yourself, right? We're all mirrors, right? We're all breathing the same air. What you reap, you shall sow. So what you say about others is really what you're saying about yourself. It's really the value and the reflection that you have about yourself. So what are you saying about yourself on a constant basis? You know what I'm saying? The reason a dog is used for a sebek or for this ace spear is a dog learns through verbal memory very well. A dog could learn fetch, go, stop, try to do that with a cat. Try to do that with a lion or a giraffe. It's not the same. But a dog, verbal commands come very easy to a dog. It's very easy to program a dog, very easy to train a dog. So verbal commands also are something that you want to, and also be careful, might be the music, something that's a download, might be music that you're listening to as well. Be careful with the content you're consuming. You believing in the content you're consuming, what you're listening to, the people that you're listening to. All this deals with sebek energy, communication, 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 verbal thoughts as well, and mental thoughts. Okay. Which is what we're under right now, Gemini, communication. All right, this full moon. The second card is Orser. Okay, Orser. This, if you know the Kabbalah, you know that there are two sides of the tree of life. One side is mercy. This would be considered the crook, and this is the flail. Now, got to deep dive a little bit in Orser. But the crook is basically, so the crook is what a shepherd is, what a shepherd pulls a sheep with, and this is what a shepherd beats a sheep with. So in life, you have two different sides of your brain: left-hand side of your brain, right-hand side of your brain. Your left-hand side, this is your active side of your brain, the brain that makes things happen, the logic, the reasoning, the discernment. This is the imaginative side of the brain, the types that takes abstract things and puts them together. You know what I'm saying? That deals with vision, which is what imagination is. Imagination is basically taking tree, grass, water, sun, air, putting them all together and creating forest or creating park, right? Whereas tree, grass, sun, air, those are the separate things that would be left brain, which is dealing with the individual units. But the holistic or the totality, park, is dealing with right brain. So that's imaginative, that's music, things like that. So this combination is basically stating that your verbal, how you speak to yourself, that's how you're going to get ahead. But this particular deity of Orser, and being that it is not all the way open, as you see, or not balanced, is you identifying with the godhood that you are. Orser is the God that is in you. This is the highest form. If you look at the Pope, you see he wears this headdress based on our ancestors. Okay. Same, the mitre is based on this particular Osirian crown. Okay, so Osir is Osiris, same dude. Osir and Osiris, same dude. Um, with this particular reading, basically you have to affirm the God in you, affirm the greatness in you consistently, repetitively, religiously, especially these next couple of days up until December 21st. Like, go hard with affirmations, bro. Write it on your mirror. Mirror in the morning, things like that. Like, don't play games. And really know who you are. Really know who you are. Really say who you are and say what you want and say what you want to be to yourself. Not to just do it out loud as well, but also do it to yourself. Okay. You could also, Brother Panic was talking about this. Record yourself, right? And let that recording play while you sleep, and just what you saying, I am a God, I am a God, I am a God, I am a divine being, I am a divine being, and just record that, let it play while you sleep. Say that before you go to bed. Say these affirmations first thing in the morning. You see, Kim, we ready. We ready to support you. That's why I was asking you what your business is. So we ready to support you. So see how that is? You take one step. You take one step. The universe takes several towards you. Okay, GB made a cash app. If you make a cash app, please let me know your name. Why am I not seeing these cash apps or hearing about them? Hold on. Okay, I do see a couple. All right. Okay, some of y'all already donated. Bessie, okay. I think I did some of these. All right. If I didn't do your reading, and you cash at me, type it in the comments, just so I know. Type it in the comments. Who's Trinity? All right, I'm gonna do Trinity next. Since she did. Yeah, and Anubis and Jeremy, Anubis and Sebek, they are jackal and dog, but they work together. And Anubis is the jackal, so it's different than Sebek, or Anubis is different than Sebek, but they're both the same thing. Sebek deals with the underworld. The underworld is basically your imagination, your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind, right? So Anubis rules the underworld. So the underworld is where all things come from. Okay, that's you, Tara. Okay, I was like, who is that? Trinity, I ain't forget you. I just told you I was going to read you, my love. I got you. I got you right now. Got you right now. Just general question concerning me and the path, and then Terrell, I got you next. Again, if you no, I see you. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. So Terrell, I got you next. Again, if you cash up and I didn't do it, just let me know so I can look at the cash up because my phone, for whatever reason, wasn't showing me. All right, Trinity, I got you right now. And you're gonna just go by. Hopefully these messages reach you in a good place as well, in a good space, in a space that's receptive from spirit. Shout out to y'all that are here hitting the like button. I do appreciate it. All right, let us do this Trinity. Again, and I shuffled the cards. Okay. This is the cycle, ladies. Tap into your Oshun. I don't even got to say, I mean, Trinity, I know you donated, but I've been talking about this for the last maybe 3-4 people, okay? I done shuffled the cards. I done, even that, with your shuffle, I bent them and, did the Vegas shuffle. She is still here, okay? So she's doubled up for you, all right? So, Oshun and Heru, my advice to you, besides what I said, go back in this video, review it, and also look up her correspondences because your entryway is through her, but it's saying that this is blocked. So there may be some sexual hangups. You know what I'm saying? There may be some issues with men. There may be some issues with how you visualize yourself, how you visualize your relationships, how you visualize love. Are you using your emotions to manifest things? Or do you have joy in the things that you're trying to manifest them for? Or are you just manifesting things? Because a lot of us, sometimes we just want to manifest things to impress people. We want $1 billion so we can stun on people. We want to be a star so we could, show people how good I am. We want this so that we could be liked by others. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get in, you gotta get on your visualization game, you gotta get on your emotion game, you gotta find out what you're passionate about, and you gotta put joy into that passion and joy and passion into your purpose. And that's what this Het Heru and this Oshun energy is about. So definitely on Friday, those of you guys that have gotten this ritual, you want to do your own Shun rituals on Friday. If you need to, I mean, you can hit me up. I'll tell you a ritual. But like I tell you guys as well, there's plenty of people online on YouTube who can give you rituals. But the best rituals are the ones that you do yourself. So learn what she loves. Boom. Learn what she loves. Oranges, orange colors, green, right? Tap in, honey, cinnamon, tap in, get these elements, whatever you could afford, right? Don't break the bank trying to get a statue and shit like that. Look, let me tell y'all something. I got statues and shit like that, right? Like I showed y'all those who you are here, right? I got statuettes and things like that, right? But they don't really matter to this. They don't really matter. These statuettes are for you, and for you to see them, and for them to remind you of this higher part of yourself, or this higher part. For instance, Het Heru or Oshun, that would be your imagination, right? Basically, Het Heru and Oshun is all about imagination, all about joy and love and passion. So that's a part of you, right? But there's times where you're not passionate. There's times where you're not joyous, right? So, but when you come in and you look at the altar and you see that statuette, it's designed to remind you of those principles. You follow me? But your ancestors don't fucking need you to have a statue on an altar. They don't need that shit. Deity energy doesn't need that shit from you. They already, you know what I'm saying? They're already perfected, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They've already reached the peak. They've already done this earth shit and gone. If you know, when we're talking about ancestors, when we're talking about deities, we're talking about energetic matrices, but they're already out there. You know what I'm saying? It's already there for you to tap into. So I don't think you have to break your back to get a statuette in order to do this magic work, because you don't. But yeah, Trinity, she said, woo, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy, right? But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm scared to be around you right now because your sexual energy also, that's Oshun, that sexual energy is also at its peak. So if you got a lover, you got a lover, Trinity, that you looking at, or you got somebody that you had your eye on for a while, you know what I'm saying? It might be time to shoot them. Those of you who've been getting these Oshun readings and they've been positive, it might be time to shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? send that DM. But listen, yeah, you might be time to send that DM. You know what I'm saying? Put on that red dress. Right, yes, straight panther. Yes, you could also use pictures as well. Exactly. You don't actually have to buy a statuette. You can use pictures. But remember, these things are reminders for your spirit, right? I remember getting a download about these statuettes and stuff like that, right? Years ago. Because I was like, man, I need a statue. You know what I'm saying? For Papa Legba, I need a statue for Oshun, man. I remember going to sleep that night and getting a dream and waking up. And like the message was like, bro, that's just for babies. And I was like, what? And he was like, and the spirit was just like, yeah, that shit was for babies. You know what I'm saying? And I thought of, and I thought about it, and the concept that I came to was what I've given you is that why they said it was for babies is because remember, kids play with toys, right? Kids play with GI Joes, Transformers, Barbies, right? We all play with them as a kid. But what did they help us do? Stir our imagination, right? Barbie and Ken going to the store and getting married, right? Some of y'all were naughty. Barbie and Ken was fucking, right? And that's what it's your imagination that is stirred. So the statue, the picture, right? All these things are meant to stir your imagination. It all comes back to you. It all comes back to you. So Trinity, as you saw, that second card was kind of blocked. So you definitely want to tap in this Friday, this week, actually, starting today, tonight. Shit, sleep with a green shirt if you got it. Green sheets, you know what I'm saying? Start tapping into that energy, and that energy will start tapping into you, and you start getting these downloads. It's download time. So you want to be able to hack into these downloads that you're getting and really, really, really take time to think, really take time to ponder, really take time to discern this season. This is not the time to be distracted. This is not the time to be in the gossip blogs. This is not the time to be, you know what I'm saying, in the sports world all crazy. This is not the time to be in the bullshit. This is not the time to be in the reality shows. This is the time to really, if depending on what you want out of life, and depending on if you want to reincarnate here or not, reincarnate back here or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make my heart as light as a feather. And again, I'm trying to get as much spiritual power as I can while I'm here. So get on your grind. All right. Um, my man is next, Elements of Life. And I think that's it. Peace, Straight Panther. Okay. I just Oh, I think he left already. Let me add him. 1 second. I'm coming to you. I ain't forget you, element of life. Again, like, share, subscribe. Peace and a beer. Thank you, Trini. I appreciate it. All right. Peace, Raymond. Peace and a beer. All right. So let's see. Elements of life. What was your question? Hold on. Let me see. All I have was, are you still accepting for reads? Elements of life. Do you want a general reading or do you have a question? Type it in the comments because you donated. I don't want to skip you. Do you have a general reading or do you want elements of life? Messages from the sacral chakra. Do you want to know what those messages are? Give me a question. Like if you were talking to because when I go to these oracles, I consider myself talking to the god or goddess, whatever you want to call it, the creator, creatress of the universe, right? So I'm going into my higher self. Even me doing this reading, this group reading, this preparation, you guys see I got, you know what I'm saying, chains on, like I'm a rapper and shit like that. But some of these are for protection, some of these for additional insight, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm gonna break this down before I get off with you guys. But yeah, give me elements of life. Give me like a question. Like if you was asking a real question to like a prophet, or not saying I'm a prophet, I'm going through the cards, but if you were asking a question, messages from the chose God or goddesses about creating. Okay. All right. So are you trying to ask what should you be creating? Yep. Yep. Full moon's reading ratings though. Yep. Readings for the full moon. I just made you a mod too. Okay. What should you be creating? Okay. Got you. Yeah, this is really not. Let me go into the. All right. Sorry, I listen to the voice in my head, right? When I do these readings, y'all probably think I'm crazy. All right. So, first card. So you guys have saw the red version of this, the red tail, but you guys haven't seen this. This would be considered. So you know the Cometians, right? They have the snake on the crown of the head, what they call the Uraeus. Okay. They also have a planet called Uranus. So this is what. So think of that. That's what this is. This is basically your third eye ability or your psychic spiritual power. So some people, as you've seen in the earlier readings, they had the tail, which was the red part, which is they need to generate an energy. So in your particular case, element of life, this is about your psychic ability and tuning into your psychic abilities. Basically, this one card is saying that the universe wants to give you access. Okay, so you're supposed to be getting some sort of um, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, some sort of psychic ability, maybe able to touch people, feel them, right? But these things are within you, and you have the ability. In fact, this card is also for someone who is, especially with the one dot, where they are in their head a lot. They're always in their imagination, always in their mind. But your identity, your identification is not is this. So these are this is the messages from spirit, right? You asked about messages from spirit about creating. So this is what it's telling you. You're getting the messages, you're getting the downloads, right? Whatever. Now I don't know if there's no reading that's going to tell you exactly what you're creating or about creating, but you're not identifying with the God that is within you, the Osiris, the Osier that is within you, the divine being. And it's saying this because the cards are blocked. Now, in theory, you may think this. You may think you're a God. You may know you're a God. You may know you're a divine being. You may know you're a chaos being. But do you feel that in your corazon, in your heart, right? Do you feel that? Do you know? If somebody asks you who you are, is one of the first things you're going to say is you're a God, you're a divine being, or you're a chaos being? Or you're going to say you're black? Or you're going to say you're pro-black? Or you're going to say you're African? Or you're going to say you're Pan-African, right? Or you're going to say I'm a lawyer, a doctor, whatever your title is, right? Or do you identify with the highest part of yourself and know that living your purpose and going towards your purpose and achieving your purpose is not only giving glory to you while you're here on earth, but glory to your ancestors and your whole ancestral line, those that are before and those to come, by you, your ancestors, and those coming into the future are having access to you through your bloodline, through you becoming enlightened. So your godship, your godhood, your divinity, this is saying that these messages that are coming to you are trying to tell you to tap in. Also, Spirit, when I was doing this, it told me to pull a card from a different deck for me. Weird. But you donated, so we're going to go in depth. So the creator card, as you see, he has a magic wand. Okay. Now, you may be a person who does not really accept magic or accept spirituality the way you think you do. You may not be putting things in the universe in order to make what you want happen. So these messages may be talking about you actually taking the moves, making the actual. This is when you deal with creation, you're dealing with masculine energy. Okay. Creation does not have to do with anything with the baby, with the mother. Okay. The mother deals with visualization, nurturing, right? Giving birth. And you may say, well, giving birth is creation. Well, in a way it is, and in a way it isn't. The real creation is when the sperm hits the egg. The gestation is in the womb. But the original creation is the sperm going towards the egg. That's the magic wand hitting the egg. Okay. Even if you look at this image of this wand. Okay. So the creation is something you have to do. Masculine energy, what happens to the penis? It gets erect. It goes up. Okay. It's ready for war. And as a man, we know when you're having sex, we do most of the work. So we're the ones that got to really create. We're the ones that got to move. Well, some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all probably just lay there, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just using that as an example to say that these things are all in your hands. So these messages, as you see, you said you're getting these messages from the universe. They're all about creating the God in you. And they're trying to push you towards you're identifying with you as the divine creator, dealing in balance, mercy, and severity. Two different. And if you study again the Kabbalah, the Kemetic tree of life, you'll notice that on the left side of the tree, things all about severity and external things, and on the right side of the things, they're all about mercy and feminine things, right? So that is your reading. Hopefully that. Oh, Anybody else that donated or did a cash app that I did not get to, please type it now. If I have a hold your peace, okay? I got to Shanielle. I think I got you already. Kim, thank you for the donation. Shanielle, thank you for the donation. Kim, thank you for the donation. Terrell, thank you for the donation. GB, did I miss your reading? Did you donate, GB? If you didn't donate, this may not be a reading. Hold up. Is this you? Oh, Bessie, GB. Okay, you did donate. All right. My bad. Talking all this shit. Okay. Yeah, so let me get you. GB, what's your question? What's your question in the comments? I'm trying to look for it, but I don't see it. So please retype your question. Please retype your question. Let me get some water real quick. You guys talk amongst yourselves. All right, GB. And please like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. This is going to be something I'm probably going to be doing every Monday. Probably not for this long, but that's probably something I'm going to be doing every Monday. So look for that. I'm enjoying doing this. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey. All right, GB, what's your question? Hope your phone's not. If I don't see it, I'm just going to give you an overall review. Oh, okay, I see it. Dealing with my mother. Okay, so GB3141, she said, dealing with my father, my close friend, being very ill with stage 4 cancer. The energy in the family is off. Would like a general reading or advice on how to push through these trying times. Okay, blessings to your father. Everybody who is here, if you're still watching, please type words of encouragement for GB and her father. We know we deal with a collective consciousness, and the more energy and the more power that we put behind our intentions as a collective, the easier it is to manifest things that we want to see in real life. So that's why when someone is sick, the Christians talk about pray for them and pray over them, and you've seen, and there has been miracles of people that have prayed to Jesus over. There have been miracles, recorded miracles. People have prayed to Jesus and got people out of sickness, right? So it's not just Jesus that got them out of the sickness. It's the prayer and the collective consciousness and the collective energy directed towards that one person. So if you guys can in the comments, send some energy to GB and her father. Cancer is a motherfucker. All right. Let me get this reading for you. And GB, before I even get into the reading, the spirits telling me to tell you this. Great ways to push through, especially during this time when you're going through stress, is nature. Nature. If you are not able to get into nature sounds. You can follow me on Instagram at Rob Blackstorm. I posted today, Rob_Blackstorm. I put it in the chat for those of you who want to follow me on Instagram, but if you're not already. And sometimes on Instagram, I post videos that I don't post here, and vice versa. So tapping into the Instagram is great. But nature and taking time 10-15 minutes to just sit in nature. Also, take a walk outside, no mask. Take like a 15-minute walk where you're not going to be around a lot of people, breathing some fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Taking some nature, taking some wildlife, go by some water. Whatever your sign is, whether your earth sign, fire sign, water sign, air sign, whatever your element is, that's where you're healing and that's where your growth is. So I know whenever I need to grow or I need to develop or I need to generate energy, I have, because I'm a Scorpio, I'm a water sign, so I got to go by water, right? So showers, like I told you guys in another video, showers help me a lot because I programmed the shower to work for me. And I've said it repetition over and over, you know what I'm saying? Please, you know what I'm saying? Well, not please, I wasn't begging, but repetitious over and over, just thinking in the shower and asking my ancestors for wisdom and guidance, you know what I'm saying? And help. And then those quote unquote angels, the ancestors, they come and they talk to you. They give you the messages. They give you the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend nature. I also recommend laughter, right? Find funny things, funny shows. Chappelle show. Well, don't watch Chappelle. He said don't watch the show, but Martin, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you like that's funny and makes you laugh. Laughter helps. Laughter, real truly, is the best medicine. If you ever laugh real hard, you'll notice you'll cough up phlegm. You know what I'm saying? You'll cough up phlegm. Sometimes snot runs down your nose, right? So laughter is medicine. It's a healing agent. So don't discount laughter as well. So just some tips to cope: deep breathing, learning how to meditate, learning how to relax your breathing and stuff like that, and sending healing vibes also to dad and trying to, just hope for the best. Just hope for the best and prepare for the worst and be at peace with whatever the outcome is. I can't tell you to be happy, right? But I can tell you can achieve peace through doing these things. Whatever the outcome is. But let's see what the spirit world is asking for you to do on the inner plane. I think I'm gonna close after this. Oh, your earth sign? Okay, yeah. So grounding is good for you. Plant life is good for you. Having plants around you. Whatever plants you're into. I have a money tree here in my room. So you get a money tree, you get plants. If you do already have plants in your house, that's good. Communication with the plants. Plants talk back. Okay. So you give them love, they give you love back. All right. You can watch Stevie Wonder, Secret Life of Plants. It's a good movie too. All right. But let's see. I'm gonna take some questions. I think I'm out of here, y'all. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Okay. All right. So we've talked about this recently. Psychic energy, psychic powers. All right. They're ready to go online for you. Psychic abilities. All right. So definitely you want to, in your headspace, visualize what you want to manifest. Your spiritual power is high enough to do so. Your mental power is high enough to create magic. So you want to be able to utilize that, not only to help your pop and help your family, but help yourself. And it really depends on what you're feeding yourself. But there is news. You do have to get some spiritual work done, cleansing. And you may need to, well, not may, you definitely need to take a spirit bath. some frequency healing, different tunes, different vibrations. And the reason being, this is dark deceased. So this is the opposite of the Shepsu. This is the opposite of the enlightened ancestor. This is what you call the demon, right? Or the ancestor who just is here to fuck shit up and you know what I'm saying, didn't hit the higher levels, still trapped on earth. You know what I'm saying? Still a spirit here on earth, still trying to get a body so that there's ancestors out there still trying to get bodies to reincarnate into, so that they could not reincarnate anymore once they've already seen past, once they've already seen what it is and what it could be. You know what I'm saying? They want to come back. So some of you are ancestors that are here that have come back that have been this type of ancestors. So don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. But you definitely need to get some cleanser work, maybe clean the house. Also, as for regards to your pop or whatever, sage, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Those things are necessary in this particular item. Spirit bath, even some spirit work, as far as healing and things like that. Because what's happening is your psychic communication is being interfered with by this particular ancestor. So you may be thinking, go right, and there's a voice in your head saying, go left, go left, go left. You know what I'm saying? That's that ancestral influence. That's what Kurt Cobain, the lead singer of Nirvana, was saying. He was hearing those voices. You know what I'm saying? And also, you may have psychic abilities to the point that you are being targeted by higher forces or elite forces. So you need to protect yourself. One of the things you might want to get is what's on my wrist right now, some shungite. Okay. Elite shungite. This is a black stone for protection, deals with energy, frequencies, and vibrations specifically. And it's a black tourmaline, just things that are going to protect you from this particular influence. But one of the ways, again, and this is going back to your self-identity with, or coping with, you knowing that everything's going to be okay. And the law of rhythm. That's what came to me as soon as I put this up. The law of rhythm in the Kabbalion. What goes up must come down, and what goes down must go back up. Okay, so remember the law of rhythm and realize that you never really lose anything. You know, regardless of what happens to your family member, prayerfully and hopefully if dad makes it through and pushes through and puts that cancer in motherfucking remission. All right, that's my hope. But, you know, let's say that doesn't happen. Just know that you could always access your father and your father's spirit, and he'll come back to you in a dream anyway, and be there to guide you from the netherworld, from the ethers, which there's more wisdom coming from there anyway than there is from here. So you never really lose anybody. You never lose a family member or a friend that you lost in the physical world. They are always there. It's just up to you to raise your frequency and your vibration so that the light from there, this is why chakra healing is so important, because it all deals with light and sound. It's just like if I text you, right? I try to text you, but I don't have your number. That text is not going to go to you. If I try to call you and I don't have your number, it's not going to go to you. So I need your number. I need that frequency. The number is a frequency, right? I need that frequency. Once I type in that, 7-digit code or whatever, that frequency allows me to talk to you. So there's a certain amount of light that you need to allow your ancestors to communicate with you, so you can get your clairs, so you can get your gifts, right? Enlightened ancestors don't want to talk to niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk to niggas. They have no reason unless the only reason they're talking to niggas is trying to get you to not be niggas and turn you into gods. And we're going to talk about these rappers that got shot last month, because I did a deep dive on that and tell you what that's really about. Okay, because it's deeper than we think it is, especially numerically. But this time period is about us becoming gods and us accessing light and us harnessing this light. So what you can do, one of the things you could do, again, is there is a space open so you can work with this deity, and also some of the other things I was telling you to do as far as the spirit path, as far as identifying yourself with the holiness and the divinity that's within you. So this, whoever this is, and also, you know what I'm saying, so spirit work I would suggest would be in order, some type of spell work, not just what else? What else could you get? I'm trying to think. But yeah, you need some spell work. Put it that way. You need some spell work. You need some cut and clear. You need some healing. You need some removal. If you want, hit me up to do the work. I'll do it with you. Well, I'll do it for you. To get this off, because this energy is on you, and you need to get this off. And that's that. Secret Life of Plants is a movie. Yeah, there's a movie, Secret Life of Plants. For what I understand, I remember seeing something as a kid. I haven't seen it in a long time. Wait, did I close my window? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I mean, I might be bugging. Hold on, let me check. I remember seeing something like that. Maybe y'all can tell me in the chat. Yeah, it's a documentary, 1978. Well, yeah, 1970 documentary. Okay. Oh yeah, hit me up, GB. If you guys need to hit me up for readings, okay, so these are small readings and stuff like that, right? If you guys need to hit me up for readings, I'm gonna get out of here, 2 hours in. But if you guys need to hit me up for readings or anything, here's my email. So they won't be free, but and in real life, I really don't need these cards to do readings. But and though some of y'all that have followed me and have gotten readings from me without me using cards know this. So it's not something I have to really prove to anyone, but because I've already done it. But yeah, hit me up for the readings, and we'll go in depth. If you need a reading, that's my email. I'm also doing elemental magic classes, like I said, just like I was able to tell GB about her being an earth sign, and there's different earth. There's really, and if she took my class, she would even know more about the earth elements and the type of magic she could use to diffuse and harness and things like that. But those are things that I would get into for somebody who did a in-depth reading with me or did the class. So the elemental magic class, email me about the class if you're interested. It's $101. It's over 4 weeks. You can spread out the payments, $25 a week, whatever. It's totally up to you. And we get into each element. Great reviews so far. I see a lot of people that I know that are taking the class on Instagram, starting businesses, doing things with this work, you know what I'm saying, manifesting things. So hop on board if this is something you're interested in. I am currently doing it now. I have a couple of students that are actively taking the class. So come aboard if this is something you're interested in. If you need a reading, hit me up. We will talk about the pricing and we'll go there. And with that said, it's over 2 hours. So I'm going to say peace, power, and prosperity to all y'all. Have a great night. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back and watch I'm going to go back and watch Urban X. Watch the live stream on Urban. Go back and rewatch the live stream of Urban X right now. And after that, I'm going to meditate, take my ass to bed because I gotta wake up early. But I love y'all. Thank you for your time. Please hit the like button on your way out. Thank you for the love. And peace again. Peace, power, and prosperity. I love y'all. Take care.